How's your Sunday going? Hey Jane, hey Rusty, hey Tracy. Thank you guys for being here. I'm just trying to get this carving done, move on to the next one. It's been fun, but I would lie if I didn't say it hasn't been hard, just because of the type of wood. I believe it's some type of oak, because it's been an extremely hard carve as far as that's concerned. So what I've done up to this point, I will show everybody, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't hit it yet. Definitely trying to hit 2,000 subs by the end of the year, and that would be so cool. And if we have enough people viewing today, I would love to get 100 likes. So let's shoot for that today. I'm going to be on for about an hour, maybe a little bit longer. I got to get a haircut today. I got to go to the grocery store, Home Depot. I got to shower. Holy crap. I was going to shower and then carve, but then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to carve and then shower because that makes more sense. But anyways, what I've done so far up to this point was I took some viewers' advice yesterday, and this cross came down, the forehead went down, so it didn't really look like a cross. Hey, Bedard Glazer. So I went and I took everything deeper to try to level this cross out. And then I went through, I did part of that last night on Amy Jo's live. We went live for a little bit with Amy Jo. Hey, Mike Stanifer, how's it going? And then today I started working on it, and I went through with this T-bit and then undercut a lot of the areas to give it a little bit more depth. So I'm just going to go through now, get everything cleaned up, and try and put a little bit more depth into this and then call it a day. But yesterday on Amy Jo's live, I took this section here down, I took this section here down, brought the forehead down, did the mustache. I'm not going to do a beard, and I will do the mustache lines, but that's where this is going. So hopefully I can get that completed today and be good to move on to something else. Because believe it or not, this has given me a couple of ideas for what my next carving is going to be. And I've already been doing some research into it. I think it's going to be really cool. So yes, subscribers, if you have suggestions or comments, I will take them into consideration. If it makes sense, I will for sure implement them. And what made sense, I implemented. So you guys are good. And most of you all know what we're talking about. Hey, New Roots. undercutting this, it's going to have, hopefully, the appearance that it's sticking off of the wood, which is going to be cool. I'm just going to try and get rid of as much of this middle section as I can to give it a little bit more depth. I'm not painting this one. I'm just strictly going to clear coat it and see how it comes out. I think that's going to be the best option for this one. So yeah, great. Looks like we have 124 people watching. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. And if you could, hit that like and subscribe button, please. So really, I'm just trying to get in here with the taper burr to knock some of this middle section out. And then I will probably go through there with a flame burr and knock it out. You guys able to hear me okay? Hey John. Hey Billy. Thank you guys for being here. Everyone that's watching, thank you for being here. Everybody in chat, thank you. It's really great that you guys show up all the time, and I appreciate you. And if you're new here, you are more than welcome to participate in chat. We like that. We encourage it. So please, chat away. Hey, Amy. I know this is a somewhat different type of carve. I know with all the Halloween stuff, I'm doing a lot of spooky stuff. And I just had an idea that, because I want to be different with my carving, and I want to be different with my wood spirits and stuff. So I wanted to try incorporating a cross into this one, which has also given me a couple more ideas of what I want to try my next carving to be. And I think that's going to look cool. But I really want this cross to kind of stand out. So Thursday, we'll talk to you guys while you're here. While I'm doing that, hit that like and subscribe button. Shameless plug. Thursday, Rusty and I have a really cool guest coming on. He's a pretty big channel. And if you like wood turning, if you're into resin or turning resin, you are not going to want to miss this guest. His name is Jim from Drag Wood Turning. And I'm really, really looking forward to sitting down with him and having a conversation. We talked on the phone yesterday for probably a good half hour, just about Thursday, what to expect, kind of getting to know each other. And it seems like he's a really, really good guy. And from what I've seen, if you do any type of wood turning, he's definitely somebody that you're going to want to follow. He's doing something right. He's got almost 150,000 subs. So he's got to be doing something right, which is really cool. And I will get the thumbnail up for that live probably Monday. He's supposed to shoot me a picture that I could use for the thumbnail, so I'm just waiting on that. Oh, did I see Dad's in there? Tim West is in there. Krisha, thank you for being here. Thank you for being there. And hey, if you guys are new to chat, by all means, you guys are more than welcome to participate. If you're new here in chat, everyone in this community, everyone that's in chat right now, they are great people. So chat away, chat it up, hit the like, subscribe button, chat, get to know people. There's some really good channels in this community, and if you have not yet, share your channels, everybody. That way, maybe you can pick up a sub or two. Italian, steak, ham and cheese, whatever. But yes, please, share your channels. I was just joking. I'm hungry right now. I haven't had breakfast yet. All right, New Roots, take it easy. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button before you leave. This carving was pretty much my prototype, and the first time I tried it, you never know what's going to happen. I'm happy with it, but I have some other ideas just from this one, and that's what I love about carving, is the inspiration and ideas you can get from a piece to make a different piece. And fully prepared to put this plan into action. I think it's pretty cool. Thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna get a drink of coffee. Carving and coffee, there's nothing better. what I think I'm going to work on a little bit more is, hey, Wes, thank you for being here. Kevin, thank you for being here. I'm going to work on getting the slope of this nose just a little bit more, and then I'll be happy with that. And then I'm going to start working on getting this stuff over here a little bit more finished and refined. But if you haven't yet, hit that like and subscribe button, please. For those that are new to the chat, I will talk again about our Thursday night guest this week. Wes was going to come on, but I had to cancel, so I'm going to get with Wes and see if he's willing to come back. But this week we have, I always say his name wrong, Jim Sprague from Sprague Wood Turning coming on. And that's going to be Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The man does some fantastic wood resin lathe turning. Fantastic work. And he's agreed to come onto this channel and do an interview so people can get to see him, get to know him. And he's even going to have some of his work pieces to show. Spoke with him for about a half hour yesterday on the phone, and really nice guy, really nice guy. So I'm excited to have him here Thursday. And he does fabulous work. Kind of keeping this carving minimal because I really wanted, I'll talk about it for just a second. I really wanted the cross in this one. I know it's crooked, it's crooked. Just look at it like it's straight. Here, I'll turn it straight so it doesn't look crooked. I really wanted the cross in this one to be the feature. I didn't want a lot of huge features in the face, although I'm gonna put some lines and stuff in, but I really wanted the head and above to be the feature on this one, and I'm happy with it. I am happy with it. I should have picked a better wood because this wood is, oh my goodness, it is hard. That, I think, is what's taking me so long on it, but it's going to be done today. Whether I finish it on the live or later on, it will be done. And I will post some photos of it. Jim and I were talking yesterday from Sprague Wood Turning. I still screw his name up. One thing we have in common is everybody screws my name up. And everybody screws his up since school. So we're both kind of used to it. Hey, Eddie. Did I see Wanda in there? For a second, I saw Wanda's creations in there. I was going to say hi to Wanda, but I guess I didn't. If you guys haven't yet, hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate it, 100%. I'd love to try and get as close to 100 likes today as possible. Also, trying to hit 2,000 subs by the end of the year. So if you like what you're seeing, if you want to get to know the community that we all belong to, stick around and hit the subscribe button. It's free. Hey, Than, thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here again. Every one of you. You guys in blue and green, you know, you guys are here week after week, live after live, and you support the videos, and I appreciate every single one of you. For the new people, you know, stick around. I try to put out some pretty decent content. So if you like this, by all means, hang out. It's a blast. I love doing this. I love interacting with you guys. So, what are your thoughts on the cross? What are your thoughts on the cross? Take it easy, Kevin. See you later. I like it. It's different. It's unique. And that's kind of what I'm going for. Thank you, Wes. This Thursday, I have another guest, but I will try and talk to you about getting you on another one. Last Thursday, I had to cancel. So let's get together and let's get you in because I really want to get you on. But last Thursday, I had to cancel, and this Thursday, we have someone. So if we can get you on a different time that may work better, that would be awesome. And what would really help is if I could get your email address or something to talk to you. And thank you. What is it? Email.com. Awesome. I will Get that off of the calculator and shoot me an email. I told you. I was just going to leave blank eyes, but I wasn't liking it, so I figured I need to give him some features around his eyes. Nothing crazy. Oh man, thank you so much. And yeah, likes are free. I appreciate it, sir. Hey, Klaus, thank you for being here. All right, so I'm going to work on that eye, but I think that eye looks a little bit better right in here. It's got like some eyelash, eyelid, eyebrows. I'm going to do the other side. Kind of like that much better than just blank. So let's do it. What I need to be careful of here is just a very small piece of wood, so as I'm cleaning this up, I don't want to chip any of it out. I've done that. It's a bummer. But you know why I like doing these lives? Because I'm not going to hide my mistakes. And if you carve, or you're thinking about carving, you know, it's all right to make mistakes. And I like showing that because I make some mistakes. And the thing is, when you make mistakes, whether you're woodworking, carving, doing resin work, you learn from those mistakes. And that's what I think is awesome. So um, this is the Vivor flex shaft. I like it. It's inexpensive, but it holds up and it's durable. And then the burrs that I use are the Kutzall burrs, the very aggressive. So yeah, they do some serious work. And as hard as this wood is, man, those Kutzalls, they make it somewhat easy. Not too easy, but they're good. Holy crap. And in a lot of cases, I use many different burrs or cutters, but in this case, with the wood being as hard as it is, I really like the paper burr. The paper burr, it's really multifunctional. And to form these eyelids and eyebrows, I'm just barely going over it. I don't want to go too deep. I just basically want to have the dimension here, the depth. So I think he's looking pretty good so far. I'm happy I did the eyes. Happy I did that around the eyes. Now let me find my little cutter burr. So now I'm going to use a little cutter burr to start cutting in some more detail into the cheeks and then the mustache. I am bad at remembering this, but when you're doing hair features or anything like that, I think either Jordy or Matt says it, and I know a lot of other channels like Amy Jo and other carvers practice your S's, because you really don't want to come straight through here. It just doesn't look good. You want to kind of come on a zigzag pattern. You want to overlap. You want to cross. It's cool. What I'm doing with this one right now, just for the cheek area, is I'm not going too horribly deep, and I'm just kind of random cutting. I don't know how well you can see it there. Hey, Tom. But I'm just kind of trying to put some wrinkles in right here. That way, when I spray it with the clear coat, it'll have some different definition. So that's what I'm going to do there along the sides here, maybe a little bit above the eyes. And then I'm going to get into doing the mustache. And really, I'm just lightly pressing and letting the tool do the work. have to be crazy. If you notice, I'm kind of crossing up the cuts, so not everything is straight and perfect. That'll be good. So now hopefully once this gets sanded a little bit, it's going to let the eyes pop a little bit, and then that little bit of scuffing up in the face portion, I'm hoping is going to pop the cross a little bit more once the sealer is put on. Probably not going to stain it with anything. If anything, a medium to light stain. I don't want to go really dark with it. But the sealer is going to make it pop once I put on some clear coat. So I'll go with that. Now I'm going to work on the mustache area. This area I am going to go a little deeper just because I want it to stick out. Once again, I'm letting the tool do the work. I'm just trying to guide it. Wow. 2 times in a row in the same week? I feel privileged. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. Need to get another wire brush. This one, I've worn this wire brush down to almost nothing. So I will hit this with another tool just to knock off the high parts. But now you can see, hopefully you can see, inside of the mustache area, we're starting to get, the definition of the hair and stuff. If you look at this side, you can see the difference. And what I will eventually do once I do this side is I will go in with another bit and I will go deeper in areas just to give it depth. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Thank you. It's definitely different. It's definitely different. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to take a big burr and lightly go over that to try and knock off some of the shavings. While I'm at Home Depot today, I'm going to buy myself another wire brush. It's funny, until I've started carving, I think maybe a couple of times in life I've used a wire brush, and now I've gone through 2 or 3 of them. That's funny. So I'm basically just going over this gently to remove some of those burrs. And I don't know how well you'll be able to see it on the camera before the finish is put up. Mike is making stuff. What up, doe? Put your channels in the chat, please. But when you take the big burr like this and you gently go over this, it adds a small layer of lines through there, which will also put more dimension when you put your clear coat, or however you choose to finish it, whether you choose to stain it, just clear coat it. I don't think I'm going to stain this one. I think I'm just going to clear coat it and see how it comes out. And I'm just barely touching. I don't want to take out the big divots that I have. just adding above it. I am going slow to let the tool put the grooves in, but I'm not going so deep to take out the other marks. Yeah, go to those. If you guys are in chat and you're watching and you want to find some channels, Mike is making stuff, Honeybee Woodworks. Go give their channels a sub. They put out really good content. Mike has some really good discussions, so you will not be disappointed. And Melissa is an upcoming channel. She has a few videos out. It's really good videos. And really, I think they're funny because she's comical. Table saw of death is all I've got to say. Matter of fact, she made me afraid to use the table saw anymore. That's why I started carving. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But no, it's good. Check them out. You can get the same effect with the Dremel. The flex shaft is a little bit easier no matter what you use. A Dremel flex shaft, or this is the Vevor flex shaft. The flex shaft is a lot more flexible and gives you more control over everything. The tools that I'm using, the cutters, yeah, they go with Dremel, Vevors, whatever Dremel tool you use. It's just which ones. I use the Kutzall 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch burrs. So yeah, you can. So now what I'm going to do is in certain areas, I'm going to go a little bit deeper with this smaller one. And it's going to kind of blend things in as I go through. Now this, I believe, is a diamond burr, which is different from the Kutzall. So I know it's kind of repetitive. Hey, Mike Schmidt. Ugh. I'm actually going to go through with one more pointier tool and try and get into some of the grooves and get a little bit deeper. And then I will call that done. And if you guys have not hit that like or subscribe button, please do so. I appreciate you. And everybody that's in chat, I appreciate you. And if you're watching and not participating in chat, man, speak up, because this is a great community. Mike, I'm going to make you a moderator because I do believe I've seen you around quite a bit. And if not, you're a moderator anyways. It's kind of like Halloween. You get candy, you get candy, you get candy. Here, you're a moderator, you're a moderator, you're a moderator. All right, here we go. Have a good day, Melissa. I'm actually going to be ending here in a couple of minutes anyways. But thank you so much for being here. It's nice having you here again. Awesome. So I think that's it. I'm going to look at it here for a second. I'll stop and talk to you guys for a little bit. Friesling Gaming, thank you for being here. And thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. So it is a little bit different. But I kind of like it. And I think it's going to be really cool once I get the clear coat on it. But it accomplished what I wanted. It's definitely different. It's definitely given me different ideas for another carve. Without a doubt, I have some ideas that I want to do. You know what I'm going to try? Hold on one second. I think... Let's see. Let's see if it's going to be worth it. We're going to try something. I got some new circle cutters. And I want to see if I've got one that will fit in there. I don't want to go really crazy on the eyes, but I do want to try this. Oh, that just might do it. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. We are going to use a circle cutter to try and navigate putting an eyeball in there, or what's going to look like an eyeball. Kind of the cheater's way of doing an eyeball on a wood spirit. It's not really cheater's way, but I just really want to try and use this to do it. Now, this is really hard wood, so I don't know if it's going to be able to do it or not, but we're about to see. And I'm going to have to stand up for this so I can see somewhat where center is. I mean, it worked. I'll try and fix it up a little bit. I mean, kind of cool. Yeah, buddy, I'm not mad at that. I will clean that inside up there, maybe paint in there, or see how the clear coat handles it, but I'm not mad at that at all. Heck yeah, that was a good investment. You know, a lot of times I pick up items, Matt Carves, Amy Joe, there's so many people, Jordy, they use these tools, and it's like, man, I need to try those. I need to try them. And so far, they have not steered me wrong on purchases. So if you want to know what tools to get, if you want to know what to look for, you know, really look at what the people you are following, what they're using. Because if they're using them and you like them, then chances are they're going to be awesome for you. And so far, I'm really happy with some of the stuff I've picked up. Where did you get those circle cutters from? Amazon, my buddy. Amazon. They are only, I think it was $8 for a pack like this. I mean, I can put a link up if you want after I post the video. But I want to say I bought a pack of the circle cutters and these T-burrs. And they come with different sizes. These T-burrs. And they might have been like $8 a piece. So if you want, after I get the video posted, I do have an affiliate link from Amazon if you want to use that. And for $8, I don't make very much off of it, but I can throw it up. So yeah, those are good. I love them. And I think Perry uses the T-burrs too, and the circle cutters. So he might be able to, agree with me. But yeah, I love them. And just using the circle cutter on those eyes right there, they're not perfect, but holy crap, I really like how that came out. That looks much better than just leaving the eyes open. So if you guys haven't hit the like button, please hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. You can always unsubscribe, and it doesn't cost you a thing. Yes, good for eyes and undercuts. Yes, Perry, I undercut this guy probably too far in some spots, because I wanted it to look like it was raised off the wood, and the wood was just so hard. I didn't want to go any deeper on it. But if you can see right here, like under the mustache, I gave a good little undercut there to hopefully look for some separation, and that worked out good. I'm not unhappy with this. I'm not unhappy at all. And Yeah, deeper the more detail. You're right. But I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't give this away. What I'm seeing is with this. Thanks, Kevin. Um, I'm seeing this guy here, but this cross has me seeing another head, not a full head. Basically, take this section here, move it up to here, and just have the eyes and the nose. I don't know. I'm seeing some weird stuff that I'm going to try with this because I'm seeing if there was eyeballs here and eyeballs there, that would be a cool wood spirit. And you're seeing a priest. You know what? That's cool. Someone on my live last night or the yesterday was talking about the armor of God, and that made me so happy. I did not create this piece with that in mind, but when he mentioned the armor of God, I was just like, oh man, cool, yeah, for sure. So I'm not going to take that credit, but you see out of it what you see out of it, and it makes me happy. And it's a little different, you know, it's a little bit different. So it's cool. And like I always say, why not try? Try something. If it doesn't work, it's just a piece of wood. You know, it's just a piece of wood. So, but out of this piece of wood, it's already given me 2 or 3 more ideas on what I want to do with a different piece. So that's exciting to me. So Kevin, I have to ask, what happened to the Blue Jays? Bro, I went to bed and I woke up and seen Los Angeles won. What happened? Holy crap. So, and also Kevin, does the cross look better? I took your advice and I took Tim List's advice. The Jays blew it. Yes. You know, that was a crazy series. That was one of the best series that there's been around in quite a while. But Kevin and Tim List is one that I took their advice on going deeper on this to level off this cross. Because before it kind of dipped down and dipped down, it didn't really look like a cross, or it was a confusing cross. Hey Jeff, how's it going? But I did level it off a little bit, so you can definitely see the cross now coming out. Yeah, I was rooting for the Blue Jays too. I was definitely rooting for the Blue Jays, and they just couldn't get it. When they had the 3-0 lead, I was like, all right, they may take this, but then it was 3-1, 3-2, and I was like, I'm going to bed. So. But cool. I am probably going to end this live in a couple of minutes. I need to jump in the shower, go get a haircut, go to Home Depot, go to the grocery store, and then hopefully watch the Lions win today against Minnesota and keep their winning going. And Perry, just know, when I joke with you about the Packers, it is truly just a joke. I don't mean to offend anybody by their sports teams. I don't want to offend anybody by their sports teams because Lord knows, I am a Lions fan and stuff can go south really quick with the Lions. But I'm keeping the faith. I am keeping the faith. That's the fun of it. Yeah, it is. My father-in-law, him and my son, they bet every Lions game $1. And it's just out of pure fun, his way to keep in contact with them. But hey, I'm going to call it a day. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit that like button on the way out. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. If you like what you've seen here today, if you look at the videos and see what you like in other videos, stick around. We have a great community that we belong to, a lot of great channels, and you know, you'll make some friends. So, like button, subscribe. On the way out, hoping to hit 2,000 subs this year by the end of the year, and that would be awesome. If not, well, we'll hit it next year sometime. But as long as you're not a Cowboys fan, we're good. No, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I don't think I've ever been a Cowboys fan. No, I don't ever think there was a time in my life. Maybe, no, I mean, I didn't like them. I respected them. But when you had Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith, I mean, how could you not be impressed with their lineup and everything that they had? So, all right, guys, thank you very much. Subscribe, like button on the way out. Leave some comments if you want. And I can't wait to get started on another one. This one has really inspired me to try some different things, and I'm going to do it. But have a great day, everybody.